Peace. Holy shit, has it been a hot minute. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guys, I remember what I'm doing. I have a packet of fruit snacks and I'm ready to rock. Welcome on in, Vespi. Happy 6 months being a mod. You've been a mod for way longer than that. It's your 6-month mod anniversary because you decided to unmod yourself. Fruit snacks, yummy. What's your guys' favorite fruit? And why is it watermelon? And I do it again? You are such a piece of ass, Vespi. Mod Vesper. Unmodding yourself is like it's like you're committing seppuku. Well, welcome on in. Welcome on in, everybody. Hi, Vespi. How are you doing? Congrats on being first. Migo, thank you for the tier 1 sub. 44 months. Oh my god, I have so many stories to tell y'all. Migo is huge. Migo's a giant. Migo's the attack titan. But yeah, thank you for tier 1. Migo has been a moderator for 1 year. Who was modded first? Was it Migo or Vespi? Who was mod first? Not deadass, don't remember. Guten Abend. From one big dog to another. Hey yo, what up, Pump Daddy? Dap me up. Yeah. I don't know if you saw my my message in the group chat, Pump Daddy. But I'll once we figure out the date, I'll send everybody in the group chat like one message with all the info. So like it doesn't have to be in multiple places. But how you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Wait, who is this guy? I'm just some anime boy on the internet. Oh wait, no, that was my cue. Who is this guy? It's your boy, Adonis Kai, codename Atlas, digital illustrator, V singer extraordinaire, competitive gamer boy, dorky streamer. What other titles do I behold? Dragon Daddy, but that's an old title. They only do 6-month increments. Oh, well, that's money saving. Oh, you telling me they only have to display when it's been in 6-month increments? Saves them a lot of money. Yeah. I'm his lover. He meant me, Pump Daddy. Migo does this thing where if I don't stream for a certain amount of time, he'll be like, who is this guy? To be fair, more than just Migo does it. You met me first? Yes, but who did I make a mod? Who did I make a mod first? You know what I mean? Yeah, but I am his favorite. My boyfriend too. You're lucky my girlfriend's asleep right now, otherwise she would wrench your ass. Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. So, for people who aren't aware and are sitting here wondering, Atlas, where were you? I was going through some shit mentally. And I tweeted. If you didn't see the tweet, I just took a little break. A, to rest up vocals, and B, a few stuff going on in the background, and I just wanted to take a quick breather from it all before we get back into the swing of things. these next 3 months are probably like, in terms of like what I do in content creation, these next 3 months are probably gonna be the most tantalizing 3 months of my life. We'll see what happens though. We're working on a lot of stuff in the background. You guys are gonna get a treat at the end of this month. It won't be a birthday cover, unfortunately. I was so focused on Anime North and working on other things in the background that I made no time for my birthday. But who knows? Maybe I'll give you guys a karaoke stream. For my birthday. But in terms of like a cover, you guys probably aren't going to get a cover per se, but you will get something, even though it's not specifically for my birthday, but you guys will be getting something. Just do a live cover easy. You are so right, Migo. Just sing live and then just post it as a cover. People do that all the time, to be honest, but they don't post it as like an official cover with MV and art. They just like, they're like, all right, I sang this, and then they post it on like Twitter or something. YouTube Shorts. I want my cake and eat it too. What's your favorite type of cake, Bump Daddy? I am a red velvet guy. I don't know about you guys. I'm a slut for red velvet cake. That is delicious. Also, I found out the other day that red velvet cake is chocolate. I didn't know. Hold on, let me do some research real quick. Is red velvet chocolate? No, red velvet is not chocolate cake. So people just be looking me dead in the eyes with complete conviction and lying to me. God, when will it end? Yes, it is chocolate with dye. See, you see what I mean? You see what I mean, chat? Even my mods lie to my face. I don't believe you. I believe in Google. I'm just kidding. It is a distinct flavor that combines. Is red velvet cake chocolate? Let me emphasize. Red velvet cake is not traditional chocolate cake. No, not traditional chocolate cake. But like, while it does contain cocoa powder. Okay, so it contains cocoa powder. Yes. And then it is bright red color dye. Yes. So it contains cocoa powder. At Google, I wasn't saying it was traditional chocolate cake. I'm just saying, like, it has cocoa in it. I feel like that's the correct way to go about this. Oh yeah. I mean, Nina does that all the time. I get a couple of live covers a month out of her. Yeah, I think Banjiru does the same thing. Banjiru just sings all the time. Banjiru is built different. She is an anomaly. It is ridiculous. I don't like icing, but I'm a whore for yellow cake. Yellow cake, interesting. All right. Broke out that yellow fever. Oh wait, that's something else. Red velvet is red cake. Done next. It's like chocolate cake with the buttermilk and dye. Maybe that's why I like red velvet so much, because it has buttermilk. I am also a slut for buttermilk. Like buttermilk waffles, dude? Fuck. But yeah. But it's good to see you all again. I'm here to talk about Anime North, along with just life in general, of what's been happening the past like 2 weeks. I think it's been like 2 weeks. We're almost at like 3 weeks. We're almost there. But yeah. Not really much of a cake guy unless you count cheesecake. Oh, I'm a certain type of cake guy, I tell you what. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I would count cheesecake. Also, to be fair, I don't exactly know what cheesecake really is. I've also never tried cheesecake. Nor do I really care, because I'm not a big cheese fanatic. But if people say yes, then sure, go ahead. Cheesecake is your favorite cake. Do you consider cheesecake cake, Migo? If you do, there you go. You know. It's a custard. It's a custard more than a cake. Okay, now define both. What is the difference between custard and cake? The primary difference between custard and cake lies in their structure and ingredients. Custard is a smooth dairy mixture, thickened primarily by eggs, eaten as a sauce or creamy dessert. Cake is baked. Yes. Cake is baked airy flour-based batter raised by agents like baking powder, which builds a solid, spongy texture. Okay, I see. なるほど、なるほど。I learn so much, and I also don't fucking cook. Hell yeah. But yeah, enough cake talk. Let's talk about Anime North. So for those of you who aren't aware, about 2 weeks ago, I went back to the homeland of Canada. It's not my homeland, but it's some people's homeland. I went to the land of maple syrup and cold weather and very nice individuals. It also houses some of your favorite Americans. It houses some of your favorite Canadians. My personal favorite Canadians. Vanos Gaming, Jerplo, Orocroni, who else is there? Smitty. What other Canadians do I know of that are in Canada? Aqua. God, a lot of content creators I enjoy are, did I say Vanos Gaming? Vanos Gaming. A lot of content creators that I watch are from Canada. It just clicked in my head. Blarg is also from Canada. Very based. I mean, it has people. That's also very true. It has 64. Kind of sad I didn't get to see him, but that's okay. Also, Bunny Bits. Also, fellow Canadian. That's all the Canadians I know. There's not a lot, but like there's a few over there. I think Aruven is Canadian, unless he moved, but I have no idea. Yeah, that's all the Canadians I know off the top of my head. So I hear there's this guy named Tim, Mr. Horton, if you will. I heard he's over there too. He's a pretty popular guy. A lot of people eat his dessert. Hey yo, he anime northed? Bro, I anime northed so hard, bro. My pants were soaked from how hard I anime northed. No joke. My pants were soaked as hell. So soaked to the point where they literally wrapped around my legs. It was crazy. And I have baggy parachute pants. It was bad. There's a Timmy hose down the street from me. It's okay, I guess. Yeah. Tim Hortons is like the richer, more flavorful version of Dunkin' Donuts of Canada, right? But it's still like, it's okay. It's mid. It's okay. I ate a donut there that had maple icing on it, whatever you want to call it. Maple syrup icing. Maple syrup glazed donut is what they called it, right? I had that. And then I also had a wrap that had egg, hash brown, and sausage. That was actually the first time I ever tasted a hash brown. It is not bad. But overall, 6.5 out of 10. Maybe a 6. 6.3. Let's go right in the middle. 6.3 out of 10 for Tim Hortons. For Tim Tom Tam. Tim Hort. As sad as this is, I would take a Starbucks over a Tim Hortons. Brother, I would... No. To be fair, I'm not an individual who eats at Starbucks. I remember, quick random tangent. I remember when I was in uni, there was this girl that I was like hitting it off well with. And I had a crush on her, and we were getting along really well, and I wanted to confess my feelings that I felt. And we went and got Starbucks beforehand. I never got Starbucks before, but she said she wanted to go to Starbucks, so we went to Starbucks. And then I was telling my friend, I'm like, bro, I'm about to confess, but I've never been to Starbucks. I don't know what the fuck to get. And he just sends me, he's like, bro, get this. And it's like some strawberry banana smoothie drink. Shit was bomb, but she rejected me, so I don't, you know. It do be what it do be. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, how are you, Jerplo? I rarely ever get anything from there these days. The wraps are pretty alright though. I like the wraps better than the donut. To be fair, I'm not like the biggest sweets person. If you give me a sweet, I'll eat it. But I'm not like I don't have a sweet tooth. You know what I mean? Gah. But yeah. Yeah, so let's talk about a few things first. So it was Friday. It was Friday morning, question mark? Yes. Friday morning or Friday afternoon. The con was from Friday through Sunday, right? And on Friday afternoon, I finished packing. I also ran to the store real quick because I forgot to buy like a travel sized like containers for like soap and stuff. So I rushed out, and then my sister drove me to the nearest airport. And what is it? Went to the airport. Was waiting. My airport's not really busy because I live in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, but like it's chill. And then it's so funny. I went to my gate. Bro, crazy coincidences happen all the time. I went to my gate, right? And then at my gate, my plane that I am eventually going to get on lands, right? And then people are coming out of the airplane walking into the airport. And then I'm seeing people walk out, yada, 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 you know, everybody's got their luggages and shit. And then there's like a wave of like height, right? And then there's this one person who walks out into the airport, and he's like massive compared to everybody else who's on the airplane. And then I realized, bro, that I had to do a double take because I couldn't tell from afar. It's one of my friends who's in the NFL. And I was like, I grew up with him in high school. And he steps off the plane, and I'm like, is that who I think it is? But like, I didn't want to yell out to him and be like, yo, like, what up, bro? I haven't seen you since like last year. I think the last year was the last time I saw him, because he came into like my store with his girlfriend. I think it was his girlfriend, and they were like doing clothes shopping. But like, I was like, yo, what up? But he's like a giant. He's like 6'3", 6'4". I don't know how tall he is. But after I saw him get off, I was so tempted to get his attention. I didn't want to like run up to him or yell at him. So I just texted him. I was just like, hey, yo, bro, did you just land at the airport and get off the plane? And he's like, yeah, dude. Like, he's like, how do you know? I was like, dude, the flight that you got off, I am going to board your plane because I'm heading to Canada because I got a performance to do. And he was like, oh shit. He's like, that's so like, what are the odds, right? He was like, yeah, but have a safe flight. And I was like, thank you. So then got on my flight, flew over to Canada. I don't know what it is. I have a very easy time sleeping on flights. I find it very easy to sleep on flights. And all of my flights I slept on. I had 2 flights there because there was a layover, and I had 2 flights back because I had a layover again. And I slept through all of them. Any flight I've ever been on, I've just learned to sleep. I don't know how I do it. But thank you, body, for being accommodating and making traveling feel like that. I am kind of a coffee snob, and Tim Hortons coffee was actually worse than Starbucks, which is sad given that Starbucks buys super cheap coffee and burns the hell out of it. Well, I am not a coffee snob. I am a tea connoisseur, and I'm a tea sommelier. Comment Tim Hortons L. What up, lady? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'm just not a coffee guy in general. What do you guys prefer, tea or coffee? And why is it tea? I got a nice pack of 0 milligram caffeine, 0 milligram caffeine ginger coffee with zinc. Yo, what up, big shot? Who you calling big shot, huh? The only thing you better be calling big shot is my forehead. I'm made of 70% coffee. That is very concerning. I would go to the doctor. I prefer tea for flavor, but coffee is indeed for caffeine. Oh, you caffeine druggies. That's actually pretty funny. I didn't even realize, bro. Oh my goodness. What are the odds? That's actually so cool, Migo. What the hell? We probably could have. Oh, you did? I didn't know you were originally from here. Oh, that's pretty cool. Well, heck yeah. I just learned some cool information. That's so cool. Thanks for telling me, Migo. That's awesome. Now I can annoy the shit out of you whenever I want. But ow, fuck. So yeah, we land in Canada at about 5:30ish, somewhere around there. And dude, I'm so sad, right? I want to preface this with every time I hear someone speak Japanese, I want to speak to them. Cause I'm like, yo, you speak Japanese? That's so cool. I'm studying the language and I would like to speak with you, right? We're getting off the plane and I see this Asian family behind me, right? As we're getting off the plane, right? It's a husband, a wife, and their daughter, right? Their daughter's like a little itty baby, like maybe like 3-4 years old, something. All right, I don't know. Old enough to walk, I think. I don't know. But I get up and I turn around to see them because my luggage is like a seat behind me where they're sitting. And I was like, can you, I was like, oh, I got to get my bag real quick. And then he looks at me, he doesn't say anything, but like he looks over and he's like, oh, and he grabs the luggage and gives it to me. I was like, oh, maybe he doesn't understand English, right? And then I grab my bag, and then as I start to walk, I hear the dad go, iku. Or no, he goes, iku. And my fucking ears perk up, and I was like, Nihongo keita ka? I wanted to then, oh my god, I'm so mad that I was hesitant, right? Because I said thank you for getting my luggage, but once I heard him speak Japanese, I wanted to thank him in Japanese. And I was gonna wait till we got off the plane and got into the airport. And we got off the plane, and as I'm walking, I turn around, and you know how like sometimes the overhead storage bins get full, so they have to like do a stowaway, and then you can get it when you get off the plane. It's like they were still at the plane, and there was a shelf of luggage that they were all grabbing. And then I was like, fuck. I was like, do I just stand here and wait for them, or do I go? And I was like, I'm gonna just go. I was like, if I run into them, I run into them. saying that at a giant ass airport with millions of people. I was like, if I run into them again, I wanted to be like, like, like I wanted to ask him what his name was so I could be like, thank you, Tanaka-san, or whatever, you know? That is the equivalent of being like, thank you, Mr. Smith. It's not my fault. I was a software engineer. You can't not abuse caffeine. I have no idea, man. I'm not a software engineer. Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah. So land at the airport, go through customs. Well, probably I've always said this about Canada's customs. Probably the easiest time I've ever had doing customs. I think, well, I'd say they're on par with Japan. I'd say both customs were very easy for me. It's like I just scanned my passport and I get a little receipt, right? I do the questionnaire and I get a little receipt. And then I just walk past a bunch of people and they're like little checkpoints. And then they have the receipt that says, hey, let's see the receipt. And I show the receipt and they're like, okay, you're good. There was like maybe 3-4 checkpoints of people. And then I just went up to each one. You have to show the receipt and then you're good. Meanwhile, Grimsley got stopped 3 times. What the fuck did Grimsley get stopped for 3 times? Grizzly doesn't even look suspicious. You got searched? Bro, what is happening? This is like not the way this shit. I'm supposed to be the one who gets searched. Y'all are supposed to be the ones who go by freely. Are you kidding me? Something's not right, man. The world has turned upside down. Sometime I will actually do my recap stream. Bet. Yeah. But right, so ads start in 10 seconds. All right. Well, I'll hold off for a bit while that's talking. But yeah, cuz like the TSA that I went through was pretty simple. It's like I don't think while I was there, I don't even think I got asked why I was supposed to be here. I don't think that they even asked that. I literally just showed them my papers and they just said, you go. Like nobody stopped me once and was like, you know how like they ask you questions? Oh, how long is your stay? Why are you here? Nobody asked me any of that. They were just like, you're good. But yeah, that's so weird. You'll tell the story about how you got searched? Bet. I didn't get searched, but I got pulled for random selection, like inspection, right? On my way back, right? But it wasn't even anything crazy. He just looked at my bag and he was like, do you have any electronics in here? And I was like, nope. And then he saw the Axel Sirius pin on my bag and he was like, oh, what's that? And then I just look at him and I'm like, so do you know what a VTuber is? He goes, VTuber? And I was like, yeah, it's just a streamer, but they have like a 2D avatar they use with face tracking. And he goes, oh, that's sick. And then he was like, and then I was like, yeah, his name is Axel Sirius, right? And then he's like, cool, I'll check it out. And the moment he said that, I was like, do not sit here, pull me to the side for a random inspection, and then tell me that you're definitely going to look up Axel Sirius later. You're not going to do that. So then I was like, you know what? You wasted my time. I'm going to waste yours. And I was like, yeah. I start like explaining, like I basically start fanboying about him. I'm like, yeah, he's half Australian, half Japanese streamer. He's very funny. He does like these cover songs and stuff. His name is spelled AXELSYRIOS. And I was like, and he's with this group called like House. Like I just start blabbing to him to annoy the shit out of him. Turnabout is fair play. 100%, dude. You gonna interrogate me, bro? I'm gonna spill all the beans. The moment he said he signed his death warrant. The moment he said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna look that up later." No, the fuck you aren't, bro. Quit the small talk. Do your job. You don't care. But yeah, welcome back from ads. But yeah, ouchie. Ooh. Zoe. Hello, Zoe Jazz. Zoe Jazz, hi. Zoe Jazz in the YouTube stream. I realized I wasn't looking at multi-chat. My apologies. We are. But what is it? How are you doing today? I'm talking about my my trip to Canada and Anime North. We are. Atlas, make sure you have the multi-chat open, you bingus. We are. That might even fall into malicious compliance. Malicious compliance. I like that. But oh my god, I realize I've been talking without BGM. Oh my goodness. Chat, what are you doing? You're supposed to guys, how can I be a professional streamer when y'all don't tell me my BGM is off? God damn it. All right, anyways. Guys, it's okay if I have scuff, but you guys gotta tell me when the scuff is occurring, you know? Easier to clone you without extraneous noises. I mean, I would never. What do you mean? You already sent me a sound file of you taking my voice and me pronouncing every possible phonetic sound in like possible of humans. You have already sent me that. You are already cloning me. Bro's gonna turn me into a Vocaloid. Okay, I wouldn't do it again. Oh, I can't wait for Atlas 2.5. Oh my god, that would 2.5 would just be if I started doing. Wait a minute. 2.5 is just if I started doing IRL content. It's what I was gonna say. But then 3D is just my model, but not me. How would you describe that? It's interesting. But yeah. Atlas 2.5 debut when. But what is it? Oh yeah. Where did I leave off of? Oh yeah, went through TSA and stuff. Super easy. And then I went there. I usually carry cash in my wallet, right? I usually always carry at the very least $100 in cash in my wallet. 100 cash USD. Just in case, right? For any emergency reason, right? But what is it? I had more than that when I landed in Canada, so I was like, oh shit, this story, not yet, Jerry, it'll get to there. But for now, I'm only talking about when I landed in Canada. It's foreshadowing, yeah, good storytelling. But when I landed in Canada, I went to one of the currency exchange places, and I was like, yeah, here's $200 USD. Give me, please, whatever the Canadian equivalent is, right? And I had a good conversation with the man. I was just like, yeah, are you from around here? It's like, do you have any recommendations for like food places around here? He was giving me some like locations I could go to, and then he was asking me, he's like, oh, why am I in Canada? And I was just like, oh yeah, it's like there's an anime convention going on. And he's like, oh, is that what's going on? He's like, yeah, I see a lot of people like in costumes and stuff. And I was like, yeah, it's happening at like the Toronto Congress Center building. And then he was like, I was like, yeah, I'm here because I actually got invited. He's like, I'm gonna be doing a performance. He's like, oh, that's so cool. He's like, well, I hope you enjoy your time, right? I'm like, yeah, thank you. So then he gives me, first of all, I don't know if you guys have seen Canadian cash. Bro, why is US cash so depressing? It's so depressing. They have the faces of people that I genuinely could not care about. And then on top of that, it's just one color that's very desaturated and dull. Dude, Canadian bills are literally Monopoly bucks. They are so vibrant and colorful. They're also waterproof and there's a part of it that's transparent. And I'm like, dude, that's so cool. The bills are like red, blue, purple, and then the green they have is like a nice vibrant green. I'm like, damn. Like this makes me feel like I have money. Oh god. See, and I thought loonies and toonies felt so fake. Dude, right? Like, y'all call your currency Looney Tunes. I never took it seriously. Now I held the money and I felt powerful. I was like, you're telling me that this dull-ass, lifeless, characterless, green, dull, lifeless bill is more powerful than these bright, colorful. I was like, that's so disappointing. Because they are plastic. Yes, they are plastic. And they are very nice. Do I like them more than... They're probably the prettiest bills I have ever seen. So far. I still have yet a lot of different cash to see. I've only also seen like one bill of Korean cash. And I don't remember what yen looks like in cash. I don't remember, I'll be completely honest. So recency biased. But yeah. So I got my money and I was ready to go. I was like, this is my limit, right? I think I got like 257 something in cash like that. It was like 260 something in US Canadian dollars. And I was like, this is my spending limit. I will not go over this amount for the entire trip. I'm only staying a weekend. There's no need for me to spend more than that, right? So, first of all, thank you to the people at Anime North for, they took care of my hotel, right? I didn't need to pay for my hotel. So, I want to explain to everybody, this is my very first, not only is this my first anime convention performance, right? Not only is this my first performance in general, this is also my very first time being to a convention, an anime convention. I've never, not even just anime convention, this is my first time being to a convention ever. I've never gone to like a Comic-Con or a VTuber convention or anything like that. This is my first convention in general. And I got probably the best experience that anybody could get for their first convention experience, right? Luckily, my parents were kind enough to help sponsor my flight, right? And then the people at Anime North took care of my hotel. I didn't have to pay for my hotel. And then on top of that, right, when I arrived to my hotel and I check in, right, also from the airport to my hotel, they had shuttle buses or like shuttle carts that ran, right, and took you to the hotel. The guy I talked to, he was so chill. I mean, I usually just have conversations with anyone regardless, but like, I'm glad the guy I had, he was so chill. He apparently is like a shuttle driver. Excuse me, hold on. I think I'm gonna get tea after this. He's a shuttle driver for all the hotels. Like, he's a shuttle driver for the airport. And he's like, he meets so many cool people, but he does it just for part-time. His real full-time thing he does is he owns a cleaning business. And I'm like, heck yeah, that's pretty cool. And he was just such a chill guy to talk to. And then I told him how I was going to be performing at the convention. And he was like, man, that's so sick. He's like, what type of stuff you be doing? And we just got talking about, like, you know, our respective countries, what we both do and stuff. I just love talking to people, meeting new people. It's so cool. But yeah, he dropped me off at my hotel, and then I went in. took my stuff up to my room, and Yumemi, bless Yumemi, I didn't even know what hotel I was staying at when I landed. I had to text Yumemi and be like, Yumemi, what hotel am I staying at, bruh? And she's like, oh, you're staying at the Marriott. I'm like, okay, cool. So then took the shuttle to the Marriott hotel. And I'm like, okay, I'm at the hotel. And then she's like, okay, I'm going to send one of our helpers to come give you your convention pass, right? So now I'm waiting at the base of the hotel. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Hold on. I got photos to show y'all. Wait. How would I show this? I guess we could do images, but I also have video to show. It's okay. We'll show image. We'll just say Anime North 2026. I got images to show y'all. Did I? Oh, hold up. That would have been bad. I was looking at the images that I plan on showing y'all, making sure they were all censored. There are 2 images that I forgot to censor, so let me censor those real quick. Oh, that would have been funny. I say funny, I would have nuked. Y'all don't understand. I would have nuked the VOD so fucking fast. Wait, didn't I already censor? I have no idea. That's fine. I didn't censor this yet, but I'll censor this. It's fine. Poop. Yeah, we'll just do that. I could have oh, I know where it is. It's because I messaged him. Hold on. Oh, no, I didn't send it. Never mind. Guys, all I do is tell lies, guys, in case you didn't know. Guys, I'm like the biggest liar on this planet. Please don't crucify me. Let's see. So that's censored, and then the last one that needs to be censored is this one. Jur, you're in chat, right? I believe you. God damn it. The lying is working. Jur, do you want me to censor your... Remember the selfie we took in my hotel room? Do you want me to censor you? I know you've shown your face before. You don't really care, but like, it's up to you. Do you want me to censor your sexy ass face? Jerplo. Jerplo showed up fresh as fuck, by the way. Yeah, but I look ass on that photo, so yeah, please. Send me a PNG real quick. Send me a PNG real quick. Yeah, at some point I got to meet Jur. Jur's also one of my favorite residential Canadians. Bro, all Canadians are so cool. Bro, I met so many fucking people. Holy shit. I'll see how many people I remember. I definitely don't remember everybody, but I'll try to go through like the names of everybody I remember. Oh yeah. Send me any. Do I even have anything of? I don't even think I have any PNGs of Jur. Jur, send me PNG of something to cover up your face. Unless you just want me to use like my emote. Or I could just go grab your like profile picture somewhere on like Twitter. Oh yeah. I'll keep it open, and if you grabbing one real quick, bet. Yeah, you just send it whenever you can. I'm just gonna open. Bet. Oh, that's so cute. I'm gonna grab your 3D model. So no head. There we go. Holy shit. That 3D model in HD, boy. Hello. Alrighty. Holy shit, guys. It's going to be 2.5D Jerplo. Bro, we look so cool. Oh, my lord. Alright, so let me double check the images, make sure everything is censored. Alright. If I somehow leak something, I will nuke the VOD. It is okay. But yeah, everything good now. Thank you, Jer. Bro, it's all head. Hell yeah. My favorite. Alright. So, let's get this image going. So here's the, oh my goodness, Command F. So here's oosh. Uh-oh. Is it not? Here we go. Let's do that. Alright. I'm gonna cover you guys. I'm gonna chat, you guys are dirty, I'm gonna wipe you down and be like but yeah, here's the badge. Here's the ooh, can't I like center this thing? Boom. Yeah, there we go. That looks weird. I'm gonna do this. But yeah, that's my badge. That's the badge they gave me, right? I low-key want the jacket that I wore, but in black. I can't find it for some reason. Oh, you own that, like, you own like a denim black jacket? Bro, I should invest in a denim black jacket. Ooh, that'd be fire. If there's anything, I want a light gray trench coat first. One that's actually good. The one I currently own is dog water. But I did get it for cheap, so I won't complain too much. But I only got it for cheap because it was my job. They priced it at like 300, but I got it for like 60. Oh yeah. Ooh. But yeah, that's the badge. That's the badge that they gave me, right? At this hotel, right? You made me send somebody to come drop off the badge for me, right? Their name is Aruru. And it's so funny. They walk into the hotel, right? And I'm just looking at everybody walking in, and I love it because, like, you know when you're meeting somebody for the first time, but y'all don't know what each other look like. But there's a vibe in the air when you lock eye contact, right? And then your brainwaves line up like, we are here to see each other. Because Aruru saw me and was like, points at me, Atlas. I was like, Aruru. And then Aruru just hands me this orange envelope, and on it is a sticky note that says Atlas package. Right? Or like Talent Atlas or something, right? And then Aruru's like, so in this envelope is a excuse me. In this envelope is a event pass for the entire weekend. All right, and then there's the event pass, and they're like, there's also food vouchers that are $10 each for you to use at food places around the convention, right? And then on top of that, they gave me 3 free two-way bus passes, right? I could have gone anywhere with these bus passes, by the way. Anywhere, right? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna save these for like food spots, not necessarily to go to the convention. God, I should have used one to go to the convention because the weather was crazy, right? But I don't know why my throat's so dry today. I've been drinking a lot of water too. Maybe it's the dust. I haven't dusted yet. I gotta dust. But right, so I was like, not only did you guys pay for my hotel, but you guys are also giving me free bus passes. Like, this shit is awesome. Oh yeah, Anime North is cursed. I don't remember the last time it didn't rain during that con. Well, if you guys plan it at the same time every year and seasons are the same, I wouldn't be surprised. Has anybody who scheduled the convention been like, I don't know, be like, guys, let's do it 1 week in advance. If we do the same weekend every year and it's rained every time, why don't we try to do it, or maybe 1 weekend later? That's the consensus I've heard. I mean, there is a limited Oh, that is true. That is true, yeah, because other conventions will also be going on. Because 2023 wasn't that bad, and that was the last time I went. Every other time has been rain. Oh, yeah. Sorry, there was a gnat on my table. Every once in a while, they make their way into my room. Don't know how. But, yeah. To be fair, Canadian spring is very unpredictable. It snowed one time It snowed during May? What the fuck? I know Canada's supposed to be cold. You guys are up in the northern hemisphere. But like, what? That's crazy. But yeah. But yeah, very, very crazy first experience. Showing up to an anime what the fuck just happened? Oh shit! What I missed, chat. We're just not much actually. I'm talking about how Anime North went, but right now I'm talking about when I landed in Canada. But thank you for the tier 1, Jace. 32 months. 32 months. Thank you, Jace. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is your guys' mandatory June stream. The only consistent seasons are summer and winter. Everything else is RNG. Thank goodness I'm a gambler, but I lost it all that weekend. Yeah, it's always the extreme weathers that are always consistent. Weather be a funny thing. But what up, Jace? How you doing? How you doing, Femarie? But yeah, definitely craziest first anime convention experience. On top of the badge, let me show y'all the selfie. I didn't censor the selfie on Twitter if you want to go see me. I mean, I censored my face by holding my phone in front of it, and I'm also wearing a mask, so have fun trying to figure out me. But yeah, I took this selfie. Editor, zoom! I showed up with, I was like, this is my first convention. I gotta show up with the drip. You know what I mean? I gotta show up with the drip. Hell yeah. I only packed like 4 different outfits, and I would have worn my Mel likes to call it my guard dog fit, because it makes me look like a guard that would beat somebody up. And it's just like I wear black boots with what is it called? What is it called when like your suit pant not perforated? That's the things have dots. What is it called when your suit pants have like slight folds in them? Oh, what are they called? Oh, I'm gonna look it up. Term for suit pants. Suit pants having creases. I can't believe I forgot what these are called. No, not creased, but like it's a specific, like it goes from the waist. They have folds. I don't know. I'll know the word when I see the word. Pleated. Yes, they're pleated. Yeah. I have like black pleated suit pants that I wear, and then I'll wear like a black button up, roll it up at the sleeves, roll it up to the forearm, and then I'll wear like a suit vest over it, and then I wear like harnesses that strap over my chest and like dangle, right? And that's like my quote-unquote guard dog fit. But I couldn't wear it because the weather didn't allow me to. Otherwise, I 100% would have. I also forgot to bring my trench coat. So maybe I would have worn it if I remembered my trench coat. But yeah, enhance. Okay, Drip, yo, what up, Josie? Happy early B-Day, Josie. For those who don't know, Josie B-Day tomorrow. So you guys should definitely look out for his B-Day tomorrow and wish him happy birthday. Hi, Josie. How are you? Post a selfie yet miss the important part. Where are my feet pics? Motherfucker, it's a selfie, not a feet pic. You ain't getting those dogs. You ain't getting those hounds. No, what up, Clouks? Tits are on, Clouks. Do you not have? Oh wait, is my thing not on? Oh, gnomes don't exist. Oh god, I am so sorry. Liar! No. It's the tits is on. The redeem is off. I never said anything about. Listen. I'm not a liar, all right? You just have bad listening skills. Let me go turn those on for you so you can stop being a big baby. All right, gnomes are on. If you can't activate gnomes, refresh the stream. Partial liar is still a liar. I didn't partially lie. My tits are on. All right, the redeem wasn't, but I never said the redeems were on. All right, I get it, piece of ass. Such a meanie weenie. I see no gnomes? What? Hold up. What the hell? What is going on? Gnome? Yeah. Guys, ignore everything that's going on. Why? Do I have to like re-authenticate it or something? Throw it in my face. Connections? Twitch. Am I not connected? Question mark? Titties don't work. I'm working on it. Hold up. Okay, try it now. Did we fix it? Are the gnomes being gnomed? Eh? It's broken. What the fudge? Don't look at me like that. Why it no work? Why? When I press it, it works. What is going on? Oh shit, my class? Are you in class right now, Klaus? What do you mean? Yeah, I didn't see any gnomes. This is very disappointing for the gnome community. Alright, I'm turning them back off. Let's see here. Man, why is it doing that? That's so upsetting. I'm sorry, guys. No gnomes today. Well, that means I can turn off tits since it wants to fucking... Is the performance up? No, not yet. No, not yet. What up, Carl? It is not up yet because I took a break. They will be up. I'll let you know when they go up, Carl. Turning gnomes off. Right now I'm just telling stories about Anime North. But hi, Carl. It's usually a month after cons. Yeah, it was. Whew, that convention took it out of me. It wasn't even the convention, but you know, I'm gonna blame it. How you doing, brother? Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. What's the plan for today, Carl? What's on the itinerary for today? Wait, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Oh wait. Okay, I got scared because let me. Alright, hopefully that screenshot was took. Tight stuff for work, then I got meetings. Damn, what happened to your break, bro? Bro got work to do. Oh, he said light stuff, not tight stuff. I can't read, I'm sorry. Light stuff. Well, I hope your meetings go well. Hope you have a good day, brother. Tight stuff. What are your tight stuff? Don't worry, Carl. I can help loosen it up. Yeah. Hey, you're not in public. Oh, my jacket was put back on. Take that shit off. Take that shit off. Yeah. Sun's out, guns out, baby. But yeah. Chat, where did I leave off of? Was it the selfie? Was that the last thing I talked about? What's next? Oh yeah. So, it was Friday. The con had started before I even landed, right? But I got my pass and I was like, all right, I'm ready to check out the convention. The first day weather was good. The first day weather was nice. The Canada weather that I'm used to. It's like warm with a nice breeze, right? To give me a nice little chilly feeling, right? Not necessarily like, oh, I'm cold, but like, oh, thanks for the breeze, you know? Keep my temperatures down. On my way there, it was like a 20-ish minute walk from my hotel to the convention. Didn't mind it at all because I actually like walking. But on my way there, I ran into some cosplayers, and they had some sick Helldivers cosplays. And I don't know what the third guy was, but I was like, the cosplays are cool, so I wanted to take a picture. So I got it, wham! I was like, yo, so this is my first time seeing cosplays in person, right? I've never seen a cosplay in person before. I've only seen like videos of people cosplaying, whether it be at conventions or because it's their job, right? Or it's like a hobby they have. But this was my first time seeing people like wear cosplays in person. I was like, oh shit, did you guys make your stuff? And they were like, yeah, we did. I'm like, in my head, that's so fucking cool. Like, people just be making this stuff. They're just like, yeah, I want to cosplay Helldivers. I'm going to buy a bunch of styrofoam and paint and other shit and just make this thing. Their guns looked so cool. I was like, what? I was like, this is awesome. Let me shrink it a little more. I was like, this is so sick. I definitely want to do a cosplay one day. One that isn't just like, I mean, like, I technically have done cosplays, but it's like the light stuff, right? I've cosplayed as Toji Fushiguro, right? And it's just fucking a black compression shirt with white martial arts pants and then martial arts shoes. Easiest cosplay of your life, right? I also Gojo. But like on top of that, another cosplay I've done is just Tokyo Revengers Valhalla gang. But that's just because I made a custom jacket that says Valhalla on the back with the logo. And then all I have to do is dress tech-weary. And then boom, Valhalla cosplay. But like a cosplay like this, like I feel like it'd be fun to do one day. Guys, one day I'm going to make Mel cosplay with me and we're going to do Himmel and Frieren. Hell yeah. But, what is it? It's easy cosplay if you have the prerequisite build for it. That's also a fair point. If you, yeah, literally, if you look like the person you're trying to cosplay, it's easy peasy. So she's just going to ignore you all day? That seems normal. Yeah, sounds about right. Either that or just be like, oh yeah, we don't have to do this thing now. We have all the time in the world. And then we just don't do any plans. That's slander against her. Nah, we talk every day. But yeah, cool peeps. I asked them if I could take their picture. And they were like, yeah, of course. They and then on top of that, I did Pyramid Head cosplay. It was just wearing a polygon on on your head. Yeah, I took a giant ass traffic cone and called it a day. That shit easy. They called me Pylon Head. It was a mod for the game. Second day, she can carry a gravestone with your name on it. Yeah, and then she carries around a little ring that she twiddles at all day. Oh my god, and then I saw a cosplay recently of Himmel and Frieren, but the Himmel cosplayer cosplayed as Himmel's statue, and it was so cool because their cosplay also had like vegetation on it, like to show that like it was old. And it was just so good. It was such a good cosplay. I could cosplay as that the next day. Be like, yeah, I'm dead. In the blink of an eye, in what felt like a day, I was dead. Day of the Dead. Whoa, they did weathering on the cosplay. That's so dope. Bro, right? It had textures on it and everything. I'm just like, damn, y'all are so cool. What the fuck? Cosplays are always so... I always find cosplaying so cool. But yeah. So after that, walked over to the convention. Here are some pictures I took at the convention. This is the building where it took place at. And this was the first... Look at that beautiful sky, man. God damn. But like, saw so many people cosplaying walking in and out of the convention center. And it was just so cool to see everybody. But that was like basically my first vision I could see when I got to the convention. And then there's also this other side. There were people like hanging out in the front on the grass. There was somebody playing drums in front of the area. Bro, day one was so blessed, but those heavy clouds are a foreshadowing, dude, for real. They're like, enjoy it while it lasts. It was literally the calm before the storm, right? And then that first day, there was also a meet and greet going on with Matara and Zentreya. So I wanted to go check that out. So I took a picture. It was so cool. So this is my first like meet and greet Q&A like thing, right? Full room. This room is also the room that we eventually ended up doing the performances in. But I was like, yeah, it was cool to see. It was cool to see them there. And they, what is it? They, there was a line of people that walked up to like the microphone that was at the center of the room. And they all got to ask questions. And it was so cool to just see. Like, obviously we do this every day as like streamers, right? I'm doing it right now. And what I'm doing is like quote unquote crowd work, right? I'm busy talking to you guys. I'm telling a story. I'm showing pictures, but I'm also communicating with you guys as you guys type through chat and I respond to you. I crack jokes, do whatever. I put on the jester hat and I do my little funny dance, right? And you guys laugh, right? But, you working us every day, baby girl. Wait, there was a band just at the front of the convention, right? I think I might know that local band. Oh, you know them? That's actually pretty cool. Yeah. There was a guy playing drums and he had like a Toa plushie. But seeing it live in person is hella cool. Yeah. Bro, it's such a different atmosphere. It's like watching sports on TV and then going to a stadium, right? I've never even done that, but like that's the comparison I'm gonna make. Laugh at, sure. Laugh with, maybe. But it was so cool seeing people just like do what they love and like come together and like all celebrate that. Everybody lined up and then one at a time asking Matara and Zentreya questions and then them immediately responding back in real time. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. I'm like, I would love to do this one day, right? Let's get a big enough audience first. But like, you know, dream big. What did Randon say? If your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough. Yeah. I was like, it'd be cool to do this one day. Do a little meet and greet. Yeah. But it was cool. I didn't stay for the entire meet and greet. I stayed for a few questions and then I was like, okay, let's go get food, right? While I was here, For those of you who don't know, oh shit! Jer sent me a clip of the band I was playing. What the hell? That's so funny. What is it? Where was I? Oh yeah. For those of you who don't know, I made a lot of new friends at Anime North, but I also met up with some old friends, right? Vespi and Grimsley came to Anime North to check out the convention, hang out, do a nice little vacation, but also get to visit me. They also decided to support me and hang out with me. So while I was at this, yeah, my boyfriend and his girlfriend. I think you mean my boyfriend. All right, back off, Migo. Our boyfriend. But yeah, while I was at the Q&A, Vespi texted me because they wanted to go grab dinner. So me, Vespi, and Grimsley went to this sushi spot that was literally right across from the convention. It was like perfect. It was like a 3-5 minute walk. I was like, hell yeah, right? So I go over there and I'm waiting for them and they show up. It was a nice little reunion. Y'all, I don't know if you've ever seen Grimsley from like 2-3 years ago. Grimsley looks fucking great. Not only did me and Jin put him on fashion from when we visited Japan together, but Mans has been putting in the work at the gym. He has lost so much weight. He looks phenomenal. I was gassing him up. He also cut his hair, which made me kind of sad, but he still looks good. You know, I had to gas up my boy. And I think Vespi shrunk, but like, you know, like everybody was looking good. Gave them hugs, started talking to them about like, you know, what was happening and everything. Vespi said you can have him to me, but I guess I can share. Shrunk further. Vespi always shrinks. Maybe we just get taller, but it feels like she shrinks. It's funnier to say she shrinks than to say we grew, you know? In before she unmods herself again. But yeah, here's the picture of me meeting them for dinner. This is the picture we took there. It was so good to see them again. I love catching up with friends, meeting them in person in time. And while we were there, we actually ended up calling Mel on my phone, and it was like a little double date thing where they were able to talk to her and stuff. I think my girlfriend was eating her lunch. I think it was like her lunchtime, or yeah, something like that. But yeah, it was good all around. We were there till closing. I think we were there for like an hour. Right? We were the last ones in the restaurant. But Vespi and Grimsley, they paid with card and then I paid with cash, right? And you know, we're sitting there chatting, having a good time. We're just talking about life, you know, as you do. Oh God, excuse me, with friends. And then came, here's the picture of the food we ate. Bro, the food was so yummy. I feel like whenever I go to some place, right, if your country has respected dishes, right, I will try those dishes, aka Timmy's, right? But I will always default to some meat and rice whenever I go somewhere. If I want to go get dinner, I'm getting Asian food. I'm getting some type of meat and I'm getting some type of rice. It's gonna happen every fucking time. And luckily, this sushi place had some, the rice was mid. I'm gonna be completely honest. That sushi place had some mid-ass rice. But the fish was yummy. And then I ate it with some ginger. Timmy's respected. You're funny, my guy. I love that Canadians make fun of Tim Hortons as well. That makes me happy. Fair enough. That's about what I did too. Oh, you did too. I mean, it's the go-to. You know, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I never feel like I have had a meal, right? A meal, like dinner. I'll never feel like I had like dinner unless there is rice and some form of dead animal on my plate. If I don't have something dead on my plate, I don't feel like it was a meal. I don't, right? There has to be some form of dead animal on my plate. Meat, my love, they can never make me hate you. Weird power dynamic, but okay. I think it's completely normal later. I think you're the weird one here, but you know, to each their own. I won't judge unless it's you. But yeah, lovely dinner. We leave and I see them off. me and Grimsley were like showing each other like moves we learned in martial arts. He showed me like a roundhouse kick in kickboxing, and then I showed him some stuff that I know from Taekwondo. I did like a whole ass tornado kick and he was like, "Whoa, do it again." I like eating things alive like a regular human. Bro loves the hunt. Bro jumps in the wild at a wild bird and catches it with his mouth. But what is it? Don't let later at like a aquarium, bro. Bro's gonna jump into the waters and grab it with his teeth. Grab the fish. But after we were done eating at this restaurant, we were literally waiting for an Uber to show up because they drank some alcohol and I wanted to make sure they got into their Uber safe and went off, you know. While we're waiting for the Uber to show up, the lights at the restaurant turn off, right? Because we were the last ones there and they closed. And then their Uber shows up and they go in, right? And I watch them leave and I'm like, okay, time to head back to my hotel. And I'm like, oh, I'm out of water, right? And there was a gas station right next to the sushi place. And I was like, it gets more and more convenient, right? I walk into the gas station, I grab some water bottles, and they're like, all right, that'll be $6, right? I pull out my wallet, and my Canadian cash is gone. I shit y'all not, the mood that switched. I went through all 5 stages of grief probably within 5 minutes, right? Where I was like, oh shit, maybe I put it in my bag, right? I'm looking through my bag. I'm like, no, it's not there. I call up Vespi and Grimsley. I'm like, hey, did y'all accidentally, cause we were showing, cause we were on call with Mel and we were showing her US cash and Canadian cash and Korean cash, right? And I was like, at some point, I know I asked Grimsley to hold my money. Did he accidentally like forget to give it back? So I was just like making sure. And I was like, no, they didn't have my cash. They had their cash on them. And I was so upset. Like, I could still pay with my card, but like I had that cash for a reason. Oh, we're at this story now? Yeah, we've hit that part. I was just so devastated because like I felt like such an idiot. I was like, I literally told myself to be safe with my money while we're in this restaurant. And I was like, did somebody like snag it on their way out at the perfect opportunity where I wasn't looking? And I was so upset. And I was just like, I literally, we watched the lights in the restaurant turn off, but I was in such denial that I ran back to the restaurant and knocked at the door just in case somebody was there, right? Nobody was there. And I was just so sad. I think I sat on the sidewalk for a good like 3 to 5 minutes. And then I was like, you know what? Whatever. I won't let this bring down the rest of my day. They opened at 11:30 the next day. So I was like, okay, I'll wake up, I'll go to Timmy's, I'll get breakfast, and then I'll walk over to the sushi restaurant, and then ask them if they have CCTV footage. Maybe I accidentally left the cash there and they like thought it was a tip or something, right? You know, asking all these things, whatever. I was like, that's what I'll do, right? Head back to my hotel and just chillax, right? Oh yeah. What was it? Oh, actually, before I headed back to my hotel, Aqua and Hiragiyu were doing an 18 plus panel about being a yaoi sommelier, right? And boy, that was a very interesting panel. I only stayed for a bit just to see what was happening. It was pretty funny. What the fuck? You did Taekwondo? I would have loved to see that tornado kick. That shit, my favorite move. Yeah, I did Taekwondo when I was in primary school, but I just remember some of the routines and stuff. I would love to do martial arts now, but you know, time and work that I have to take care of. If it's not a priority, you know. I hold the work that I do and the streams that I do and the quality time that I spend with wife. Those are all a higher priority than Taekwondo, and those already take up the majority of my day, so yeah. But hey, Jur, I'm sure at some point in my life I will visit Canada again, and I will show you tornado kick. It's my favorite move too. That's why I fucking remember it. Yeah, can't really half-ass martial arts or it's gonna end bad. Yeah, literally. Yeah, people do martial arts to stay fit though. They do it to stay fit, but yeah. Yeah, definitely, I have too many friends up in Canada. Definitely not the last time I'm gonna visit, you know? Yeah. I also just like Canada. Canada has always treated me well. I have no reason to dislike Canada. Yeah, so there's that. There's the dinner. What's next on the pictures will help guide me, right? Ah, yes, okay. So at this point, we're at the next day, right? We're on Saturday now, right? I wake up, right? You have one reason, Timmy's coffee, but I don't drink coffee, so they haven't done me wrong. They can't do me wrong when I don't give them the opportunity to, you know? But right? So I wake up and it is pouring, right? I need to explain to y'all. Hold on. Y'all see the beautiful weather that is Friday? Y'all see this shit, right? I need to explain to y'all Saturday's weather. I wake up. It is cold. It is pouring. And it is windy. It is very windy. It was fucking raining sideways. It was crazy. Yeah, I used to combo the move into scuffed ass Ariel. Now I'm just living a Chungus life. I didn't know you used to do martial arts too. That's so cool. Hell yeah. Timmy Hose is also in the States though. It is? Yeah, but it's like Canada born and raised, you know. Just because they moved doesn't mean they're American. It was something, yeah. And my 20-minute walk now, my lovely 20-minute walk has now turned into a burden, right? And I wanted to take the bus, but when the bus got to the bus stop, it was full of cosplayers and there was no room for us. So we just walked the entire 20 minutes. Guy took pictures of people? Yeah, dude. I love people watching. But also, it was my first time seeing... It's my first convention, so of course I'm going to take pictures of people. People are wearing cool-ass cosplays. I love cosplayers. Of course I'm going to take pictures, babe. I did mostly Hapkido and Karate, but I had tricking phase as well. It was... Oh, I remember you telling me about your tricking phase and like parkour and shit. Hell yeah. It was a statement, don't worry. Oh, yeah. I wasn't like getting defensive or anything, Carl. I was just carrying on from your statement. But yeah, it was cool though. On my walk there, we were like brothers in arms as a group of people walking to the con. Some people had their umbrellas. I was a dumbass and didn't buy an umbrella. Even though Vespi and Grimsley offered me one. I was like, nah, I like the rain. I didn't like this rain. But luckily, there was a lovely gentleman next to me. And I was like, hey, do you mind if I get under your umbrella? He was like, heck yeah, man, no worries. And he held it down like a phalanx, right? Like a shield, while we marched on against the wind and the rain. We still got soaked, but like, you know, it was fun company. We just talked about stuff. He got his umbrella from Vietnam. It had a bunch of pretty designs on it. It was pretty nice. Shield wall. Drop the wall. But yeah, and then we split off at the convention. Saturday was a day for just exploring, right? Oh wait, hold on. I didn't go to the convention. I didn't finish telling the money story, right? So let's switch back to the dinner, right? So I go to Tim Hortons. I get my maple glazed donuts and my delicious sausage wrap with egg and hash browns. And then I go into the convention and I sit down and I eat my breakfast. It was a solid 6.5 out of 10, you know. Would I eat it again? Absolutely. If I visited and I wanted some breakfast, and I just go to Timmy's and get a wrap, you know, unless there was a better breakfast spot. But like Tim Hortons was there and it was cheap and it was nice, right? So I ate that and I waited until 11:30. I just decided to charge my phone until it was 11:30. And then I walked back to the sushi restaurant, right? And I go in as soon as it hits 11:30 because I got there early. I waited in the doorway for like 7 minutes. And as soon as it hit 11:30, I walk into the restaurant and I'm like, excuse me, are you guys open? And they're like, yeah. And then I'm like, a lady walks up to me. She's like, she looks like a mom, right? And I'm like, hey, I was here yesterday. Just letting them know what happened. I was like, I was here yesterday. I was with some friends, made some dinner, and I paid in cash. And I was like, but when I ended up leaving the restaurant, I didn't have my cash with me. I was like, I don't know if somebody ended up taking it or if I accidentally left it there and you guys thought it was a tip or something. So I'm like, I don't know if you guys have any CCTV footage or anything like that. But like, if you did, I would like to see if we could like see what happened. And then as I'm saying all this, more and more workers start peeking their head out. And like the chef behind the wall is also just watching what's happening. But eventually this one Korean lady sticks her head around the corner and she's like, wait, it's you. And I was like, yeah. It was our waitress from the day before. And she's like, yes, you are the one that paid with cash and your friends paid with card. I was like, yes. She was like, yeah, you left $150. And in my head, I was like, it was 156. But yeah, right. I was like, if you took the 6, sure, man, I don't care. But they were like, yeah. I later found out actually that the other cash, leftover cash, the $6, I had it in coins because I forgot. This motherfucker. Roku nana. Right? But yeah, the lady was like, yes, you left it on the table and I kept it like in the restaurant. And I was like, oh my goodness, thank you, kind Korean lady. And she goes and she grabs it and then she brings it back to me. And I was like, thank you so much. I was like, I appreciate this so much. Thank you very much. And then I like bowed and then I left. So the money I lost, got it back the next day. That was like the energy boost I needed. Like I lost my money and then I got rained on, like debuff. Got my money back. Hell yeah, we're back in it, right? Head into the convention, right? And then it's Anime North Day, right? Right. So I find you Memi, right? I get led into the area early, and then Can I show video? No, it has to be a whole separate thing. Okay, let me media, Anime North 2026 videos. Yeah, you guys are gonna get the first insights of what happened. Where is it? Yeah, so this is the should I read this? Oh, there it goes. Here, let's loop it. So this is the video I took when we're at I'm gonna cover you guys. This is the footage I took when we were at Anime North at the V Singer stage panel. This is the one I performed at with a bunch of other cool people. Thank you once again to Yumemi. Yumemi is very funny. She's very professional with 2.5 idol stuff. It was so cool for her performance. She integrated live performance along with her VTuber. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I got front row seats. It was so cool seeing people with their pen lights and like them like cheering and clapping and applauding and waving their lights. It was cool. You guys were a great first crowd. But once again, thanks to invite me. But oh yeah. Let's see. So next, I can show you guys footage, the performances. Can you guys hear me? This was so I hope you enjoy my first performance. They did me on this screen. It's a lot louder than you. Should I turn it down a bit? What up, anime? My boy is on the big screen, yes sir. Okay, let's turn it down. I want you guys to be able to hear it. But I don't want it to be too loud. I go like negative. But yeah, the songs I sang were Tokyo Suicide by Asagawa. That'll eventually become a cover. Eventually. Not anytime soon. It's being recorded. But that was Anime North got to hear it first. And you guys can hear it. And then there was also so it was such a the euphoria that I felt from like hearing all the people cheer. It was so nice. And here's another. Why are you silent? Why is this? I don't know why this video. Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo. Oh yeah. So Migo, Vespi, and Grimsley all came and sat with me while we were watching the performance. Look at the glow sticks. Oh my god, I'm gonna fuck. I know, it was so cool. It was interesting. It was an interesting thing to see Kai on the big screen. I know that guy. Yeah. When okay, so you guys know my long transition screen, right? You guys know my long transition screen where like the symbol comes down and my logo appears and everything. That's what I opened with, right? And then as that was playing, it was silent and everybody's like, oh shit. And then Vespi and Grimsley are like, oh my god, look at you. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. And then fucking Migo goes, oh, this looks familiar, huh? And I was like, you guys don't shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. It's good. I was just messing with you. It was funny. But yeah, it's such a cool like I get to say that this was my first anime convention experience. Like, that's so cool. I always said, I don't know if any of y'all remember, but if I've ever talked about a convention, I've always been like, I'm never going to an anime convention unless I get invited. And then here we are, dude. I feel like I manifested that shit. I spoke it into existence. What else? There are a lot of other videos too. Grimsley took this one, I believe. Look at everybody waving their light sticks, dude. And they split the colors like to the background too. I love it because Grimsley's finger appears in the video like a few times. Oh yeah, let me turn off. You Tom Holland did that shit into existence. Bro, I love that comparison. I get that reference. Listen to their cheers, bro. They were like, yeah. Shout out to the people who were waving their glow sticks. Y'all are so. And apparently, because there were some people who were there that ended up posting on Twitter, like videos they took. I'll show those as well. But it was so cool, man. Chill, dude, for real. It was such a surreal experience. I'm like, bro, that's me. And everybody, it's like y'all don't know who the fuck I am, but like, hopefully y'all enjoyed. A couple people like messaged me, like on Twitter, and like posted the videos of like them recording me, and they were like, yeah, your vocals are buttery smooth, 11 out of 10. Like, I loved your performance. And I was like, thank you guys so much for giving me a chance. I wonder if I don't know how much, I don't know if Grimsley, because this was the last song I sang. I don't know if Grimsley recorded the outro. Like it transitions to like the outro screen that I like talked in between. It does.
Thank you all for listening to me. You guys have been an absolute pleasure of an audience. Y'all support means everything to me, and I hope to sing for you all again someday. Thank you, Anime North, for having me. This has been Atlas, and I'll catch y'all later. Deuces.
Yo, bro, that was so... Oh my god. like, isn't that fucking crazy? I get to say that this is my first anime convention. People are like, oh yeah, have you ever been to an anime convention? It's like, yeah, only once though. Here's what my experience was like. Like, what the fuck? I'm so happy, man. Cool experiences. That's homie on the screen. Yes, sir. I hope to do this again someday. I surely do. Let's keep going up. We're going up, it's time for moment. But yeah. BGM, you can come back on, because I think that's all the videos I have to show. Yeah, those are all the videos. Big on. Let's get back the pictures. But yeah, it was so cool. But thank you, Yumemi, for inviting me and being so kind to me and giving me one of the best first anime convention experiences that I could ever ask for. And then on top of that, thank you Grimsley Vespi and Migo for coming out to support me in person. Jur would have came too, but Jur was busy. But I still got to hang out with Jur in the end too. So thank you guys all for showing up to support me. Big preach. And it was good to just hang out with y'all too. Migo is enormous. Migo is giant. But also now that I have physically met Migo too, is like love that I have strengthened the bond further. 07 and I'll do it again. Hell yeah. I remember when I told Vespi back this like months ago, like back in the beginning of the year. I think I told Vespi about this back in like February or March. And Vespi like spoiled it kinda on stream because she typed about it in chat and I was like, Vespi, I haven't announced that yet. And then she deleted the message and was like, kill me. Was that night pretty fun? Absolutely, Grimsley. Absolutely. It was so good to see you. It was a good time. Glad I made the trip. Was it glad I made the trip? That's probably what you meant to type. I'm glad you made it too, Migo. It was good to see you. It was also, I'm glad I got to see you one last time too before I went. You can't prove it. Vespi, the VOD exists. Actually, I think I went and cut out that part of the VOD, so I guess I can't prove it. Yeah. Listen, I know I can't type. What up, sexy man? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Guys, guys, you guys might not know this, but Migo looks 1-for-1 like his model. Migo got gangrene all over his shit. But yeah, I'm gonna go take a piss real quick because I've been drinking a lot of Wawa. Maj, you are in charge until I get back. Don't blow up the place. I will be right back. Go piss, girl. Alright, behave. I'll be back. I'm back, y'all. Yo, listen to this shit. I just got jump scared by balloons. Yeah. Yeah. Let me get my earphones on. Oh, I put them on the wrong way. Hold up. Alright, I'm back. Yo. I went upstairs to grab snacks and also more water. And there's some helium-filled balloons that my dad got for his wife for like their anniversary or something. Or I think it was for her retirement. Something. And they've always been on the ceiling, but I guess they finally ran out of enough air for them to come down to the ground. But they're still like up, right? But the thing that's holding them together finally is touching the ground. But I walk upstairs, open the door, and they're immediately to my right. Bro, I thought I was about to get jumped by It the Clown, bro. I was like, what the hell? Sometimes he does things, I guess. Pennywise does that. Pennywise, that was his name. I said It the Clown, and I was like, It the Clown? That's not his name. The clown from It. Alice, you don't know no ball. But yeah, that was the performance. And some people ended up following me because of it. So that's cool. So thank y'all for that. I'm glad y'all enjoyed the performances. Yeah. But here we go. What we got next on the list? Oh yeah. So after V Singer stage happened, I'm sure some of you guys know who Aqua Plus is, Aquaverse. They are a VTuber, voice actor, singer. It was actually just their birthday this weekend. They did a birthday celebration. But yeah, they were at Anime North as well, and they were at the convention not only in person, but they also did a meet and greet. And before we went to the convention, we got informed of the schedule of what everything was going to be happening. And Aqua's meet and greet was right after V Singer stage. And I've been a fan of Aqua for a bit. I think I found them back when I was looking for like references for VTuber models. I think it was back when I was making Atlas. And I was like, damn, they have a sick ass model, right? And then I looked into their content and I was like, their voice is gorgeous, right? Started listening to their covers, found out they streamed, looked in their streams. And I was like, all right, I'm a fan. I was like, I like what they do. I was like, Aqua's cool. And then Aqua eventually recently released an original song as well. Their first original song was pretty cool. But yeah, Aqua is a very sweet, kind, and hilarious individual. We've rated them a couple times. I don't know if any of y'all remember. But when the schedule got released that Aqua was going to do a meet and greet, there was no Aqua Plus or Aquaverse. It just said Aqua. So I didn't know if it was the Aqua I knew. Because there's a lot of Aqua VTubers. So I was like, you know what? We'll go see if it's Aqua. I don't know if it's the Aqua I know. But then I went and checked their Twitter and they actually tweeted that, yes, it was them. They were going to do the digital meet and greet, right? So I was like, heck yeah, I'll go meet them, right? Because I know Aqua is friends with a bunch of people from that area, right? And I was like, the Toronto gang was talking about like making plans to like hang out or go get dinner or something. And I was like, I don't know if Aqua's actually going to be there. So it's like, I want to let them know because like, I take inspiration from them. I think they're a wonderful singer, wonderful content creator all around, just a cool person. So I wanted to like get the chance to actually tell them that, just in case they weren't going to be at any of the hangouts we were doing. So I went to the meet and greet, and then I walk in, and Yumemi is also doing her meet and greet at the same time. She's on the right doing a physical meet and greet because she was actually there, because Yumemi does like 2.5 idol stuff, right? She does VTuber stuff plus real life idol work, and she's been doing it for over 10 years. Pretty cool. She was doing her meet and greet on the right, and then Aqua was doing their meet and greet on the left. So I walk in, and then I got to... She was skilled in extra. I mean, as an idol, you have to be. She did it very well, though, to be fair. It was amazing. And the crowd work was also very nice. I'm glad that I'm glad I got to see like the crowd interact with her. It was pretty cool. Cause Yumemi did like live performance there with her VTuber model playing at the same time. Like she was physically singing and dancing while in her Yumemi like cosplay, right? Before she did that, because she was the second to last performer to go, but when it was my performance, she sat down with us to watch the performance as well. And then as the other performances go on, she's sitting next to me, and she's like, she's holding a microphone, right? And I'm like, she's up here for a reason. What is she doing? And then her part eventually comes on, and then I'm like, okay, we're watching her performance. And then at some point, she stands up, and I was like, oh shit. Yeah, there were 4 Yumemis on stage, including her HD version. It was crazy, dude. Yeah. Definitely respect her work, though. Crazy, the amount of work you have to put in. But, yeah. So, I go up to Aqua during the digital meet and greet. Let me show you guys the picture. Computer enhanced. But yeah, that's me meeting Aqua. We hit the same pose. I was like, hell yeah. But yeah, I basically met Aqua and was like, yeah, it's like, this is my first anime convention. Aqua is also my first VTuber meet and greet, because I've never done one before. A lot of first happened this convention. But I was just like, yeah, I was like, you know, I watch you all the time. I was like, I look up to your singing. Like, your singing is very skilled, very gorgeous. Streams are good. You are a very funny and nice individual. But I was just like, yeah, it's just like, also voice acting is cracked. But yeah, I was just like, wanted to gas you up. And I was like, I'm just here because I got invited to sing at V-Singer stage with Yumemi. And as I say that, Yumemi, I don't even know, in the middle of her meet and greet, I don't know if there was somebody there or if they were waiting for the next person. She runs out, like gets out of her seat and runs over to where I am and starts like gassing me up in front of Aqua. I was like, you're cute. But yeah, it was good vibes all around. And then I was just like, yeah, I don't know if you were gonna be like hanging out with like some of the Toronto peeps tonight. So just in case you weren't, I just wanted to at least say hi to you once. And they're like, yeah. They're like, I wasn't planning on like coming down to the convention, but I decided to last minute. And I was like, we'll see what happens with like the plans and stuff. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. So then took my pictures, headed off. And then what else do we got? So after I met Aqua in the meet and greet, that was when I decided to visit the Artist Alley. Anime North's Artist Alley is enormous. It is enormous. They have booths in rows, in columns, and in the center in circles. And they have like 7 booths, 7 to 12 booths for each letter of the alphabet. So there's a lot of vendors there. I visited every single vendor. Right? Oh! Hold up, because I'm jumping story. Before we get to that, I met Jur before the Aqua meet and greet. Because Jur said he was coming down, right? But when he got here, he unfortunately didn't make V-Singer stage because he had some things he needed to take care of beforehand. But he still wanted to come by and hang out with the peeps, right? But he came down the day where the weather was the worst. And not only that, they ran out of day passes. So not only could he not get into the convention, but he also was outside in the rain. So I came over to him and I hung out with him. I got to meet him. We were just chatting for a bit. And then at some point he goes to the hotel across from the convention. Yeah, I was gonna lobby con, but in that weather it's cooked. Yeah, dude. Fucking hell. But then Jur eventually was just like, yo, Atlas, can I just go hang out in your room? And I was like, oh yeah, absolutely, dude. Get the fuck out of this weather. Go chill. He was like, yeah, I'm just gonna take a nap in your hotel. And I was like, yeah, bro. And I was like, I didn't pay for it. You do whatever you want. Go chill. Right? He just decided to go take a nap. And then I went throughout the artist alley, and I'll show you guys my haul at the end. But I took pictures of everything I saw. There were some cool Lego stands. Here's a Lego Shy Guy I saw. And then there's Lego Mario and Yoshi. But then there's Lego Luigi. It was pretty cool seeing the statues. There was a whole bunch of stuff. But then we got to the vendors, right? I visited every single vendor. It was so cool. Y'all don't understand. I got so much inspiration just from walking around and seeing all the different art styles and all the different merch. Because every time I saw VTuber merch and planned on buying it, I was like, I can make this shit. What am I doing? I am an artist. I am an artist. I am an artist. Like showing my drawing tablet. I am an artist. I'm like, I can make this shit. Now, granted, I don't have some of the art styles that these people have. I'm not like a cutesy artist. I do chiaroscuro style, and I do like pretty boy art style, right? I don't do like some of these cutesy chibi stuff. I could, but I don't. So I was like, I want to support the artist too. I want to support cause like, imagine one day I'm a vendor and like I'm at an artist alley and like I make no sales. I was like, I want to be some of these artists like buyers, you know? So every time I bought something from a vendor, I took a picture of their entire thing, right? Their booth. And if they didn't want to show their face, I would ask. I was like, yeah, can I take a picture? Do you want to show your face? Do you not show your face? Some of them showed their face, some of them didn't. But here was the first piece of merch that I saw, and I was like, yes. Give me the Mau Mau. I saw the Mau Mau and I was like, I want it. And this is what I mean, right? I can draw a chibi Mau Mau and make an acrylic keychain, but I don't have this art style. So I was like, I want to make that. But in the future, I have a new goal. I definitely want to do Artist Alley at some point. At some point, I would love to do Artist Alley. I want to make a bunch of acrylic keychains, some standees and stuff, and sell them. But also, I also just want to make gifts. I'm like, these would be great gifts to make friends. Like imagine, Jur, it's your birthday, and I'm like, here, Jur, I made you an acrylic stand. Like, that's so cool. Like, that's an awesome gift. I made you an acrylic stand of your model. Like, that's so awesome. Like, I wanna, Mel has put me on the wave of making gifts rather than buying gifts. And like, I always used to make gifts, but I would always just draw. Like, drawing would be my gift. Like, if I ever gifted you something, it was usually a drawing, especially if you're like a friend I made through the VTubing space. But now I can make you guys physical gifts. I can make you a little acrylic keychain, you know? Bro, that would be banger. I might give you... I mean, what? Bro, you're lucky Mel's showering right now, bro. If she came into stream and saw this, she would whoop your ass. Oh, shit. Hey, thanks, Migo. Thank you. I am serious, by the way, yeah. Get in line. Lamau. Hey, I'm just gonna say you both had the opportunity. Y'all both missed the chance. But yeah, definitely definitely want to. I was like, that's just so cool. It would be so cool to do Artist Alley someday. I want to make merch. Like merch is also something I've always wanted to do in VTubing. I don't feel like I have the fan base size yet where I could make merch and make sales. At most, I feel like maybe I would sell like at most maybe 10. Maybe I would sell 10 acrylic stands or keychains, right? Maybe. That's where I would be currently. And it would just be you guys. But I would appreciate it. But you know. But like I want to get to the point where it's like I'm selling acrylic standees, acrylic keychains, selling like merch that's like you can wear, like jewelry. I want to have jewelry merch. I want to have clothing collaborations. I want a Nendroid. I have a collection of Nendroids, and I'm gonna get a shelf, and there's gonna be a spot reserved for eventually Atlas. Like that would be so cool one day. But obviously, we need to build our repertoire. Right? I would love to sell like mouse pads, desk mats, you know, any other type of merch. I would love to sell a plushie merch. I remember Silver drew art for Mel and I's anniversary, not that one. I think she drew merch for Mel's anniversary, like her debut anniversary or something. And she drew, or maybe it was her birthday. I don't remember which one. But she drew like a little plushie Atlas. And I'm like, yo, if I ever release plushie merch, I'm immediately going to Silver and being like, hey, want to use design? I want to use this design. I want you to help me design my plushie, and I'm gonna give you cuts. Oh my god, I would love Atlas plushie one day, so I could fucking punt him to Europe. Never mind. But yeah, merch is something I would love to do, but once again, gotta build repertoire first. Oh, and then I get to design the merch too. I'm my own merch designer. I don't have to commission an artist. I could just do that shit myself. Wasn't that a meme a while back? Oh no, don't turn me into a markable plushie. Kia! Yeah. What do you mean back then? I'd say that meme is still alive and fresh. Just like swag, guys. Let's bring swag back. But yeah, so this was the vendor, and then hold up. And then I took a picture of their booth, so we can see the booth. Yeah. There's the individual. Let me actually see, because I want to open it up. I want to open it up and see if I could find the name of it in the photo. Oh yeah, some of these artists also do commissions while they're there. I could never, because my drawings take forever. But let's see, do they have their name anywhere? Damn it, they just have their art displayed everywhere. They don't have their name on their actually, hold on, wait, give me 1 second, cause they gave me a business card. Actually, they gave me a business card. I can go find their name actually. Alrighty, I'm back. So this person here that I ended up buying the Mau Mau keychain, the cute Mau Mau keychain. Their name is Keo_240. Where is that? Keo_240. Oh, no, trash that. Unable to delete message? You better fucking find a way, Twitch. 240. Let me go follow them on Twitter right now, actually. Because I was like, I want to support. Gotta support the fellow artists. You know? Oh, do they not have Twitter? Oh, they don't have Twitter. That's sad. All right, I'll look them up. Probably they have a Pixiv or something. Right. But yeah. So there's that, and then there was this booth. This lovely individual. This is Wandering Star. They make cute art. They had the Axel Sirius. As you can see in the top right. Let me zoom. Zoom in more. That Axel Sirius right there at the top left. Yeah, they had that, so I bought that. They also had Axel Sirius button somewhere. Yeah, down here on the bottom right. They had Axel Sirius there as well. So I was like, hell yeah, let me support the stars, boys. Let's see what else we got. There was also this 2B button. It was an acrylic button. It was a pin. And I'm so sad because the 2B ended up falling off. I still have it, but like the pin that it was attached to fell off, and I was so sad. But this is the artist that did the 2B art. They were also the only people who had 2B merch, so I was like, hell yeah, gotta get it. Gotta get that. Boom, boom, boom. And then there's also this booth. This booth was crazy. They had every VTuber you could think of. It was crazy, but they didn't have me. So sad. But if we zoom in down here. So there's Axel in the middle, right there. There's Axel keychain, and then if we look here, where is it? Where is it? Am I blind? Oh, there. Wait, what? Am I blind? Where is it? Oh, wait. Oh, I already grabbed it. Okay, the ones I bought aren't there, obviously, because, I mean, you'll see them at the end. But I bought a Crony keychain as well. It was to the right underneath the iris one. But I was like, hell yeah. Hey, that. Check Instagram as well. There are some artists I know who prefer Instagram over Twitter. Oh, yeah, that's true. Or, like, they have Blue Sky as well. Yeah. So then, let's see, after that. So those were the pictures I took of, like, the booths that I visited and stuff. There were so many cool artists out there, though. But I wasn't going to spend a ton of money in the artist alley. But I did end up spending a nice bit. After that, I took the bus back to my hotel and got out of that disgusting rain. I had to knock on my door for like 2-3 minutes straight because Jur was deep sleep, bro. I was banging on the door too. I was like, there's no way this dude. I thought you were in the bathroom because I could smell shit outside of the door, but I think it was the neighbors. That I was smelling. I was like, is Jur on the toilet right now? And I was knocking. My bad. Nah, you're good, man. I was knocking for like a good 3 minutes, and then Jur opens the door, and you could tell like he just woke up. And then I was like, yo, what up, Jur? Were you asleep? He's like, yeah. And then I get in there, hop on my bed, and then I'm like, I bought you a hot dog. And I just whipped 2 hot dogs out of my backpack. Because outside of the convention, they had the food booths, right? And they were selling hot dogs, and I was like, I'll take a hot dog. It was a mid dog. It was dead ass a 5 out of 10, but like food. So, and then bro got us some glizzy, yes sir. And then I got to hang out with Jur, and then I put him on to the Amazing Digital Circus. Did you ever continue watching, Jur? Did you ever finish watching? The final episode comes out in 10 days. The Amazing Digital Circus. The last episode comes out in 10 days. I am cautiously scrolling through Twitter because I do not want to get spoiled. Luckily, the fandom has been nice on my feed. the only type spoiler I got, and it was like zero context. It was just a video of a bus stop, and then they were playing the Amazing Digital Circus music. That was the only time I had time. I had time to watch anything. Oh shit. Well, if you ever find time again. Jur loved it, dude. He was like, can we watch another episode? I was like, hell yeah, bro, we got plenty of time. And then here's a picture that me and Jur took. Boom. Hell yeah, just two homies chilling, eating glizzies, watching the Amazing Digital Circus. Gangy. Well, I had a stroke there. It's okay. A lot of people do when they're in my chat for some reason. I'm sorry if I distract you guys. Migo be having the most strokes, so you're okay, Jur. But yeah, Jur was dressed so fresh. Jur was so fresh. Jur flow more like Jur fresh. Yeah. But deadass. After that, after we hung out in my hotel, we went to dinner and watched some hockey. This is when I met the most people of the night, because there was a group chat where everybody planned to have dinner at like 7:30. So then we all met up, but we were all seated at different areas of the restaurants because they only had like tables of 4. They didn't have like a big table area for all of us, so we all just sat in separate locations, and I sat with Jur and had this banging dinner. We need to talk about this. Everybody in chat, we need to have a discussion. So this is what we ordered, right? I need to have a discussion with y'all. Look at this delicious food, first of all, right? Look at this delicious food. I got myself some banging onion rings, some delicious barbecue chicken wings, and some fine ass pork ribs, right? Not the most meaty, but very flavorful, right? Jur got some ribs with, I think he got chicken, like chicken breast, and then mashed potatoes with gravy. Banging ass orders, right? I want y'all to take a guess at how much this cost. If I were to get this in the US, if I were to get a pair of onion rings, a half slab of pork ribs, and then 4 chicken wings, right? If I were to get this at a restaurant, how much do you think this would cost in the US, right? How much do you think it would cost in the US? If this is what I got at a restaurant. Oh, hold up. There we go. This was banging for the price that we got. That's what I'm saying, Jur. This meal, if it was in the US, the onion rings probably would have been like $5, $6. The wings would have been like maybe 10. And a half slab of ribs would have been like 20. So you're looking at around a 35 to 36 USD dollar meal in front of me, right? That's about how much this would cost at a restaurant. I got this shit for like $23. I got this shit for like $23. That's how much. It was Canadian dollars too. Yeah. 23 CAD to USD. That shit costed me $16.50. $16.50 USD. Literally less than half of what it would cost in America. Isn't that fucking insane? That is absurd. How comes everywhere I travel and I go to eat, it's always cheaper than America. I'm not gonna get into the state of the economy, but goddamn, next election gonna be banging. But what is it? Yeah, I met so many people here. Let's see if I can remember a lot of them. There was a cool guy named David. Bro, you went across the border and food was already cheaper. Food was half the fucking price, Jer. Hell yeah. I went to my neighbor's house and got cheaper food. But I met a dude named David. He was pretty cool. He's from the US. Also, everybody I met was Asian. It was so funny. It's just every single person was a type of Asian. It was amazing. But I met this dude named David. He's a doctor. He was pretty chill. I met one of Jer's close friends, like a brother to him. His name was Airflow. Airflow was pretty chill. I'm trying to remember everybody I remembered. I met Hadu. I met Airflow, my twin. Yes, sir. I met Airflow. I met... Who else did I meet? I met fuck. Hold up. I forget. Let me open my Twitter. I don't want to like mispronounce the name. Media. Where is it? I met Seirin, who was also one of the performers at Anime North. I met Seirin there. Pretty cool. She was like, yeah, I stream gacha games. And I was like, you do not have to say anymore. I know what type of gacha games you be streaming. I met Mia. Mia was very kind. Mia was very nice. She was also the owner of the Toronto like squad group chat. She was very nice to me. She walked up to me. She was like, everybody's chill with you, so you get the pass. I was like, hell yeah. I met who else did I meet, Jer? I'm forgetting names, dude. I tried to remember everybody, but it was like I was doing speed dating, bro. It was just one after the other meeting people. I mean, granted, I got to talk to each of them for like 5 to 10 minutes. I met fuck. There were so many people. Jer, who else was there, bro? I don't remember. I feel like I oh wait, I could check Discord because I know I added some of y'all. There was who was there? I'm like checking. I'd also check the group chat as well. The Toronto peeps. Where's Anime North 2026? Meeting announcement? No. Meeting plans. And then is there a thread for Anime North? Yup. I'm trying to see who else was there. The table beside it was Moondle. That's right. There was Moondle. And there was David. There was Toki. That's right. There was Toki. Wasn't there somebody named like Daniel or something like that? Daniel? That's a name that like came to my mind. I can't remember if that was an actual like another person. There was one more. I'm forgetting. There was like another girl as well, because there was Yumemi, Seiden, Mia, and there was another girl who was like cosplaying. I think she was wearing like Uma Musume. I think she was wearing Uma Musume cosplay. Who was that too? I don't remember her name. But yeah, a lot of people. And everybody was just so kind, and we were all just chatting and enjoying ourselves. Suna! Thank you. I remembered, like I remembered how I tried to remember her name. I was like, okay, her name is Suna, which sounds like sand in Japanese, which is Tsuna. And she was small like a grain of sand. And yet I forgot it. But yeah, that was so cool. The dinner was delicious. The company was a pleasure. And then to top off the night, right? We got to dinner around 7:30. We finish around maybe like 9, 10-ish, somewhere around there, right? To top off the night, right? This is probably the cherry on top of my entire convention experience, I would say. As we're leaving the restaurant, Jur has to go, right? Jur's taking the train back home. To top off, to cherry on top of the night. Some people saw my tweet. Some people saw this tweet and had no idea what it meant. If you were awake at the time, randomly at like 4 a.m., right? I tweeted out Bone Clinic. Everything that preceded that, from that tweet, to that tweet from when the restaurant dinner plans ended, was just the feeling of when you are on call, like on an Xbox party call at like 3 a.m. with your friends, or like you're on Discord call at 3 a.m. with your friends, and you guys find everything hilarious. It was that mood for the entire night, right? Yumemi is staying at my hotel, right? She was actually staying like 4 rooms away from me, that I ended up finding out. But as we're leaving the restaurant, Yumemi pulls me to the side and she's like, so Aqua, Kote, and Iris are all staying at our hotel, turns out, and we're gonna go hang out with them and bug them. And I was like, oh, okay, are they okay with this? Or were you just like, yeah, we're gonna come bother you? And Yumemi's like, yeah, they're okay with it, right? So we both stopped by at our rooms to drop off our stuff before we go hang out. And this was the most fancy fucking hotel I've ever stayed at, because apparently you need key cards to access your floor, right? To even use the elevator, you need key card, right? And Yumemi was like, yeah, we can't go up to the 7th floor because that's where they're staying, right? So we'll have to have them come get us. And I was like, Yumemi, we can just take the stairs, you know, because there's only one door that's stopping you from taking the stairs, but you still need your room card, right? And Yumemi's like, nah, it's fine. They're already coming to get us. And I was like, okay. So we wait in the lobby. Elevator door opens, and I believe Aqua and Kote step out, and then we all start chatting. We hang out and take the elevator back up to their room, right? And what preceded was just 4 straight hours of just chilling with the homies, chatting, laughing, and just like telling stories and getting to know each other. And it was a very fun time. Shitty weather aside, I would do it all over again, even if it involved the shitty weather. Hello, friend Ken, I am so sorry I didn't get the Miku hot dogs. I missed the Miku hot dogs, man. Because it turns out I wasn't even landing in time for when they were serving them, so I didn't even to do that. Yeah, it was sad. Yeah, how you doing, brother? It's okay? Yeah. Maybe next time. Maybe one day I will get Miku to serve me hot dogs again. I did end up getting hot dogs the next day. They probably weren't as good as what Miku's hot dogs were. Chillin'? Hell yeah. Did you have a fun time at your did Miku Expo happen yet? I'll go next time? Hell yeah. who knows? Maybe I'll be able to perform again. The next convention I would like to go to is Off-Kai. Like, I would like to go to Off-Kai at some point. That's one of the bigger ones. It'd be cool if I did like a meet and greet or got to perform there, did something. That'd be fun. Yes, I've been to 4. You've been to, damn, okay. Kind of hustler. can be fucking schmoovin'. Yeah, but good to see you, buddy. Thank you for stopping by. I'm telling stories. But yeah, let me pull up the picture of the hall, cause oh wait, I forgot to show something. Jared, do you remember this? There was a random dude who pulled up to me and Jura at the restaurant. And he asked me, cause one of my earrings is a long chain earring with a feather dangling at the end. And he was like, "What series is your earring from?" And I was like, "Oh, what do you mean? I just got it off Amazon. Like, it's just an earring." He's like, "Yeah, but what series is it from?" And I was like, no series. It's just and you can tell he's either that's a dank ass sleeve, right, Ken? How was your first con experience? Ken, I don't think I could emphasize how great of a first convention experience this was, dude. I don't think I could emphasize to you just how blessed I am. Like, absolutely. It was pouring rain. It was cold, it was windy. I would do everything all over again. 100%. I got to meet so many cool people. I didn't have to pay for my hotel because staff took care of that for me. I got free bus rides. I got to meet new friends and old friends. I got to hang out with people I looked up to in the space. And I got to make friends with them. I got to see my performance for the first time. Like, I got to perform at an anime convention, and it was so cool to see all the people cheering and waving their pen lights and stuff. And like getting to hear about people's experience after. I got to meet so many cool artists at the artist alley and get such inspiration for merch ideas and stuff. It was just such a, oh, I miss it, man. And I didn't get sick. I didn't get post-con flu. Bro, this is still one of the sickest sleeves I've ever seen. Yeah, hold up. Let's jump back to this real quick. Fuck my experience. His entire sleeve is covered in every generation of Goku. Like every form he's ever had. It was so fucking cool. And he just came up to me and wanted to show it because he thought my earring was from Dragon Ball. But we were still Dragon Ball fans and he still showed us. And it was just such a cool tattoo. And it was just so cool. This random dude at the restaurant just came up and wanted to show it. And I was like, hell yeah. From Baby Goku to Ultra Instinct. It was so cool. I was like, this is one of the coolest sleeves I've ever seen in my entire life. That's great to hear. Meeting the homies is the best part of any con. Yeah, like convention aside, the community is the best part. And I'll keep it 100% with you. I'll keep it 150. Growing up, I was an anime fan, but I was like that closeted anime fan. Because unfortunately, I was a person who cared about what people think, who cared about what people thought of me. I was a people pleaser for people who didn't even care about me. And I would look at this stuff and be like, bro, that's cringe. Like, that's the type of person I was back in middle school-ish, like beginning of high school. But you recovered now? Hey, baby. Hi. How you doing? Good morning. But yeah, but like back then when I would see like this stuff at conventions, I would be like, man, this stuff is so cringe. But like, it's so cool to just see a community of people who all share one common interest come together and just celebrate it and just make new friends and connect with people and just talk about this thing that they love. It is so fucking cool. And I'm so glad that my view of all these things have changed. Because like I used to be ashamed for liking anime or be ashamed for drawing anime or anything like that. Because like, yeah, it's like you got bullied for it growing up. You would be called a weeb. But like now, I'm like, hell yeah. Holy shit, it's Haru! Haru, thank you for following. What up? What up, Haru? How you been, man? It's the boy, it's Haru. This dude is so... Thank you, Haru, thank you. You're doing good? Hell yeah, hell yeah. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Bro, it was so cool to see you at the con. It was so cool to meet you. Hell yeah. It was such a good time. Hey, Haru, I just want to say I appreciate you. You guys, all the people that I met, you guys were the reason that this was literally the best first anime convention experience I could ever get. Like I said, despite the shitty ass weather, I would go through it all again, weather included, losing my money finding it again. Losing my voice in the morning, which we'll get to. I would do it all over again. Hell yeah. The weather was wet. Dude, my baggy parachute pants became tights. Like, that's how bad the weather was. Let me follow you back. The hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you for stopping by, Otter. Glad to hear you're doing good. My umbrella broke. Yes, bro. I watched it happen in real time. Me and Jer walked to the restaurant and his umbrella fucking broke its joints. It bent backwards. I need to grab a new one. I still have my umbrella that Vespi and Grimsley gave me. But yeah. So that night I hung out with Kote, Aqua, Yumemi, and Iris. And bro, that was my first time meeting Aqua in person. Kote, it's my first time meeting Kote in general, and my first time meeting Iris in general. And we all just hung out and got to talk. Aqua is very cool. Bro, Aqua is one of the coolest motherfuckers I've ever met. Not only is their fashion sense top tier, good singer, good voice actor, lovely soul to be around, just has a bright personality. And then it's just like I just look up to them in general as a content creator, right? And then I got to hang out with them and meet them. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. We hung out for like 4 hours. We told each other stories. We got to we introduced ourselves to one another. There was a funny point in the night where I was guessing all their ages, right? I guessed Kote's age on the dot. And they were like, oh shit. And then I guessed Yumemi's age on the dot. And they were like, what the fuck? They were like, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep guessing people's ages because you're just guessing them. And then Kote looks at me. He's like, have you ever thought about buying a lottery ticket? And I was like, I should, huh? And then I guessed Aqua's age wrong by 1 year. And then I also guessed Iris's age wrong by 1 year. And then they all had to guess my age. And only one person got it right, and it was Yumemi. They were all close though. They were all close. But it was fun getting to know them. Iris is very sweet, very kind individual. She has a very soft personality, but she was very kind. Kote's a fucking bro. Kote is hilarious. I love that man's wit. His wittiness is a straight pleasure and joy to be around. Like I think me and him cracked the most jokes that night. But bro, everything that man said, I was just dying laughing. All right. Kote was a pleasure. Aqua was super cool. And Aqua, we're all like dressed like pretty chill, right? Aqua was there dressed up in fucking tech wear. Aqua was dripped the fuck out. Aqua was dripped up, bro, for real. I was like, I'm wearing parachute pants. I'm like, the most drip I had was like my accessories. Like I was wearing my earrings, my rings, and my bracelets. But I was just wearing parachute pants and an oversized shirt. And then Aqua pulls up in the drip with the multi-stitch button-up tech wear pants with fucking with straps hanging and stuff. I was like, God damn. But yeah, everybody was just so cool to hang out with. And then it got to the point in the night where we're just telling stories. And then there was a story of Bone Clinic. It hit that time in the night where everything we said was funny. And Aqua's telling this story about how they lost their wallet. They accidentally, because we were all talking about how, because I told my story about how I lost my money, right? But then I found it. And then we all started telling stories about how we lost something, right? But then ended up getting it back, luckily. And Aqua's telling their story about how they dropped it in front of this clinic after going grocery shopping. But Aqua couldn't remember what type of clinic it was. And Aqua's like going through their brain trying to figure it out. And they're like, I think it's like a orthopedic, right? That's the first thing they said. And they were right. And then they were like, no, I don't think that's it. It was some kind of a clinic. It was like a bone clinic. And then me and Kote both just look at Aqua at the same time and go, bone clinic? And they're like, yeah. And we're laughing because we're like, what the hell is a bone clinic? And then Kote makes a joke. He's like wiggling his fingers as if he's playing a piano. And he's like, do you go there to get a visit from the bone doctor? And we're all talking in this voice now. And we're cracking up and being like, oh yes, welcome to the bone clinic. The bone doctor will be seeing you now. Oh yes, I diagnose you with good bones. I hate to tell you this, my patient, but you have a skeleton inside of you. Like we were just cracking up, saying these dumb bone clinic jokes. We found it to be the funniest thing for some reason that night. And then we were talking about how it's like, imagine we're streaming and we raid each other. And we're just like, hello, Bone Brothers, welcome. And we're having jokes about like having that skeleton that runs across the screen. Or having the skeleton that's like banging a shield and going, ah! You know? But it was all just fucking, it was a hilarious night, dude. And then, before I went to bed, I called Mel and told Mel about everything that happened. And then I got like 3.5 hours of sleep because it was like 4 fucking a.m. And I had breakfast plans with Migo, Bun, Vespi, and Grimsley at like 8. So I got like no fucking sleep. When I woke up, I apparently woke up to my alarm, but I blinked and like an hour had passed by or something, right? And I had like 2 missed calls from Vespi. Oh, wait, hold up. Before we get to that, I'm jumping ahead of story. This. Editor, zoom! This was my haul. From the trip. And there's some things I want you guys to focus on specifically. So, you see that little vampire there in the middle? That's Kote, the little angry guy. I forgot to give you my business card too. Bro, I'm so sad. I wanted to make business cards, but I couldn't make them in time for the trip. I was so sad, but it's fine. It's okay, Haru. I'm sure I'll visit Canada again at some point. But right? Hey, did you try Spotify scanning Yumemi's business card? No. Why? Does it a small trick I made when I designed it. Oh, you designed Yumemi's business card? That's so cool. Wasn't it the waveforms? It does a thing. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, because I know Spotify has like the fancy QR code scans where it's like the waveform. It's pretty cool. But if you guys see the little keychain in the middle, right next to Crony, underneath the vent pass, that is Kote. That is Kote's original character. After we hung out all together for like 4 hours, and before me and Yumemi left, I gave them all hugs, and then Kote was like, "Oh, let me give you guys some free stuff." He was like, "I think 4 hours of bonding deserves some free stuff," and he whips out this keychain, and he's like, "Here you go." And I was like, "Hell yeah!" So Kote gave me that, and then on top of that, Iris gives me, if you see from next to the left of Kote's model, and then diagonally bottom right is the business card, and then to the right of that, Iris gave me a wooden laser cut keychain, and then the top left is sticker, and then to the left is the business card. I was like, that is so cool, right? Like I'm so sad that I didn't have merch to give them. I'm like, I'm not as cool as y'all. I was like, I wish I had free acrylic chains to give you, right? And then comes in the big boy. Aqua looks me dead in the eye and has the audacity to say, "Yeah, sorry, Atlas, I don't have any like gifts or anything to give you, but I do have this," and whips out this big ass, look at this in comparison to size, this big ass acrylic stand. I was like, "What do you mean you don't got anything for me, but here's this? I would love this. Thank you." And I have it right next to me. It's sitting in front of my microphone. But I was like, this is awesome. Thank you guys. Right? It was so cool to meet them. Literally one of the best nights ever. But yeah, there was that, and then this was meeting the homies. Whoa! This was meeting the homies for the breakfast. We got the classic VTuber photo. I gotta post that. I haven't posted that yet. I forgot to. Oh, Bun! Hi, Bun. What up? It was so lovely to meet you, Bun. Hi, how are you doing? I showed up late because I woke up for 2 missed calls from Vespi, and then VTuber circles are funny. They're always funny. I love them. But I get 2 missed calls from Vespi. I haven't spoken yet since I've woken up, but I call Vespi back and she answers, and I speak and I go, "Hello." But it was way worse than that. Bro, Vespi thought I was a different person. That's how bad my voice was. That 4-hour talk, plus the meet and greet, plus the artist alley, plus the restaurant, plus V-Singer stage cheering. Dude, my voice was gone. And I was like, fuck. Time to drink a lot of water and just rest up. All right? And speaking of resting, I'm getting some tea after this. But it was just so fucking... Dude. I was fucking dead that morning. But I was like, fuck, man. They're all at breakfast. But luckily y'all weren't seated yet, right? Because there was like a wait. So I was like, okay, I have time. I'll get ready. I checked out of my hotel, took the bus to there, and I got there and they already ordered. I think y'all were in the middle of eating by the time I got there. I think y'all were in the middle of eating, or either that or you ordered and you were receiving your food. But it's so cool. I met Bun and her friend, and Grimsley and Vespi and Migo were there too, and we all got to hang out and meet. Everybody was so lovely to talk to and see. I'm sorry you guys saw me in the state I was. My Walking Dead appearance. Just straight up a zombie. I was so fucking tired. But it was still, I'm still glad I was able to make it and meet y'all. And then after breakfast, they had delicious pancakes. Delicious pancakes. They were yummy. After we all met and hung out, we took the classic VTuber circle photo. And then I went back to chill at Vespi and Grimsley's hotel until it was time for my flight, because at that time I was just tired. I just wanted to sleep. I was just like, I was like, convention experience over. I don't plan on going back to the convention. I'm gonna just rest in y'all's hotel. But they were planning on going back to the convention. So what I did was because they only bought Saturday passes. They didn't have Sunday passes. So they were planning on going to the convention and buying Sunday passes. And I was like, to save y'all money, I was like, Grimsley, just take my event pass. This green pass means that like you are a guest at the convention. And Vespi was telling me how Grimsley was wearing it so pridefully and like holding up the badge and showing everybody. And I was like, you bimbo. But yeah, thank you Vespi and Grimsley for letting me stay at your hotel. And then I got to hang out with them one last time. Miko showed up too, and they got to send me off from their hotel. And then I went to my flights. Is that event pass thing illegal? No, I paid for it. I could do whatever I want with it. Oh no, I didn't pay for it, but it's my pass. I didn't pay for it, but I'm a guest. And I wasn't gonna be there Sunday, so let me just give it to my friend who is going. But yeah, Mel texted me that. But yeah, after that, had my flight home, got back and relaxed, and it was the best first convention experience I could ever have. And now we're back here. So yeah, that was my first anime convention experience. And I'm glad it was this, because had it been any other anime convention, I don't think it would have felt as personally connected. You know what I mean? Because Anime North is a very deep-rooted community, I have found out. Everybody knows each other and everybody's friends and everybody hangs out even outside of the convention. But it's just like, the fact that I already knew some people also helped. But like, getting to meet all these cool individuals who all do their own stuff but all come together to make Anime North work. Because Yumemi is a helper at Anime North. And Yumemi hosted the V-Singer stage. Like, she hosted that panel. So having everybody so deep rooted and connected with each other, it made the connections like to that convention feel like a lot more personal. It was just a great time. Ow. But oh yeah, we were in line. Oh yeah, that too. Oh, I don't know what that's referring to. Oh, the breakfast. Yeah, that breakfast place was nice. I'm glad we got to eat there. Good suggestion, Migo. Good suggestion. But yeah, that was the experience. How long we've been streaming? Almost 3 hours. Yeah, we'll end so I can go eat a snack. Probably make some toast and then drink some tea before I hit the hay. But thank you guys all for a warm welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed streaming. I hope you guys enjoyed the yaps we had on stream today. Oh shit. Dan ended his stream a bit ago. Who's streaming right now? It's time to figure out who we're raiding. Let's see here. Oh, there's a lot of people streaming. Oh, there's a lot of people to decide on. Let's raid. Let's raid Ida. Ida is streaming. Let's raid Ida. We'll raid Ida. But yeah, thank you guys all for hanging out with me on stream today. I'm glad to be back. Ida is currently working on some original music songwriting. Oh shit. Yeah. Thank you guys all for hanging out with me on stream today. We'll go raid Ida. みんなこの配信見に来てくれてありがとう。今から、俺の友達、アイダちゃんをレードしてて、今、レールメッセージを入力してから使ってくださいね。raid Ida Lira. And then I'll get you guys your raid messages to use. Raid, sub-raid. Alright, please use the Alice Wiggles if you are subbed. If you are not subbed, please use Dino Dance. But yeah, thank you for everybody for listening. Thank you for the gifted subs. Thank you for the subs, the tier 1s. Thank you everybody who made my first convention experience one of the best memories that I will definitely make. Really appreciate you guys. And I look forward to hang out with you guys all again. みんなお付き合いいただきありがとう。そして一日をみんなじゃあね、またね、おやす。Deuces, bye bye.